Okay. Alright. I think I'm safe over here. Give me just a second. As you can see, my health is very, very down right this second. I just popped into the server and poked my head up over the wall for like a split second, and I got shot at by a guard. Anyway, welcome everybody back to 7 Days to Die. We are in the server today. I do apologize if my makeup is looking a little run down. I finished up a series today and it was just a bad idea. I watched Above, and it was very, very good. If you guys are interested in space and stuff like that, that's a really good series to watch. A bit on the dramatic Hallmark side-ish, but of course, I would think something like that in space would probably be dramatic. They really need to stop all of that BS, because they are trying really hard to kill me. Anyway, I finished up that series right before all of this, and the ending was so awesome. I was sitting there looking at the surface of Mars, and it was like, that just looks like Georgia without any of the grass. But it was still, nonetheless, very, very cool. Could you... I guess I'm gonna have to go up there and attempt not to die while I'm killing whatever it is that they're firing at, because it's getting a little on the ridiculous side. One of them was shooting up the other one. Surprised she's not dead. Are you... No, God, she is so almost dead. That one was shooting this one, and I got in the way. Good grief. Okay, this could take a minute. I'm gonna take all of my bandages. Okay! That's... Stop shooting people up here! I've already taken out other guards. It's like the guards are shooting each other trying to shoot at something that they actually can't even see. Which is really, really irritating. Alright, we got Tanya, Brett, Lone Wolf. Who's doing it this time? Chevrolet, Bleister, Perlarson. Welcome to everybody. Oh, from Denmark, nice. Bleister says, greeting fellow plotlings, welcome. Del Star. Hello everyone, bonsoir. I don't know the rest of it. I don't speak French. I took French, and American school systems as far as learning different languages is like the worst. I swear. We should definitely have knowledge of more languages at our day and age, and we really, really don't. So I do apologize if I don't know any other languages. I know how to ask where the bathroom is. At least I think that's what they taught us. But, you have to excuse me, I have to go monitor my freaking... Okay, who are they shooting at, and why? What are you shooting? There's nothing out here! Okay, I didn't see you when I came through the door. How you doing, mini guard captain? Okay, dadgummit, now they're shooting on this side. I haven't seen Zombie 1, and they are still firing at stuff. Is it them? Is this what's confusing everybody? Can I take care of this and you stop doing all of that? Hey! Hey! You're disrupting the neighborhood! And I'm trying really hard to do an intro without being killed by the guards. Are we good? Okay, they stopped firing. I think we're good. You guys are gonna kill each other. Is everybody still alive? Everybody that was alive before, anyway, because I obviously probably shot this poor person up. Oh, and we got another... Got another guard stuck in the wall again. Okay, that's a thing that happened. Is everybody up here okay? Every time I come in here, you guys are... Seriously, what are you shooting at? What are they shooting at? It'd be different if they were... Oh gosh. Apparently my character's a little drunk. I don't know what she was doing when I was not on here, but... It's fine. Is it you that's shooting this time? Okay, are there people over here too? Okay. Let's see. Who's getting on the server? How's everyone in chat? Tanya totally agrees, language at school sucks. You took French and you don't remember anything. Except to say, I don't know. Yeah. And zombies have no appreciation for the arts. Exactly. They don't understand I'm trying to do an opening. They're just not being courteous here. Rude zombies. And this guy right here, if I didn't think they could kill me in one shot, I would end his existence, because he was over there shooting up his friend. Yeah. So... Before all of those shenanigans happened and I just used up all of my meds on her... Oh, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Above. Pretty good series. If you are interested in that sort of thing, I do recommend. I would also recommend Colony. They have 3 seasons out now, and I watched all 3 seasons. Actually, when I say I watched a series that is currently up on Netflix, what I really mean is I barely slept and binged watched the whole thing, because I can't not finish watching something. It's like putting a book halfway through reading it. I can't do it. I am actually quite literally incapable of moving on with my existence before finishing what I can actually watch, which, you know, if it doesn't finish out the series, if you can't actually see what happens at the end, it kind of screws me because I can't actually see what happened next. But as long as I'm like, hey, I finished up the whole season, there's nothing else to watch, I can move on with my life and, you know, pretend I exist outside of whatever is going on in the show. But, yeah, another one that's really, really good is Colony. It was definitely a twister towards the end there, and I can't wait for the next season to come out. If you're wondering about that one, let's see, Above, I don't think I recognized any of the actors. I recognized the guy, but I don't remember where from. I'd have to actually look up actors' names. I actually recognize the woman, but I don't remember what she's from either. It seems like it's been a while since I've seen them in anything. Now, Colony has got the wife from The Walking Dead. The one that everybody hated, and I was like, why on earth do you hate her? I don't understand you guys. You just don't get it. And then, the guy Sawyer from Lost. So it's got those 2 as main actors, and it's got a lot of other interesting actors in there. So it's a really good one, and the acting is very good, even from season 1. And you know, when you're watching a new series, sometimes it takes a little while when the series takes off. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, just outside of what I was talking about, if you're wondering what I'm doing now, I'm just waiting until daytime. So I'm talking crap about other stuff, waiting for daytime. Anyway, you know, when a new series starts up, it's all fresh, it's the first season, and the actors are still getting into their character, and they're getting to know the other characters. The chemistry hasn't started. It's a little awkward first season. Colony was not like that. They picked some really good actors, and apparently were really, really into the character they were developing. Even from season 1, it was a really good show. So I was very, very impressed, and I don't get very impressed with first seasons very often. We can clean out my freaking inventory. This is like an endless thing. I want to be able to stick all of this stuff into a box and it auto-filter for me into everything. Can we please have this? We do have the technology, I think. I could be wrong. It could be completely out of realm of possibility, but dadgummit, if Minecraft figured out how to do it, I think other places should be able to. Apparently it's something they figured out how to do in Valheim. Speaking of which, Valheim is going to be the episode or the live stream tomorrow. For those of you who like watching Valheim, I know it's probably not very popular, but I enjoy it. And I finally had a chance to get on there and get caught up. I also downloaded some mods because, well, I wanted some mods. And to be honest with you, I think the game works better with the mods than without. You're less likely to get frustrated like I was during the first bit of it if you add mods to it. Well, let's see. Where was I putting the beer at? Was I actually sticking that in here, or was I sticking it over here? Over here. Gotcha. Why did you hate her? Oh, good lord. That's not the reason they hated her. Yes, she was very unrealistic on the things that she was expecting, but that's not the reason they hated her. They hated her for a choice that she made, and that was written to her character. And, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, it's a freaking apocalypse, and everybody's gonna be scared if somebody's messing with their kid. I don't care how much training they have. I don't care if somebody has 50 years of experience, perfect eyesight, steady hands if they are doing surgery on my child. I'm gonna get all up in their freaking business to make sure I feel comfortable. Because when I feel comfortable with the person, that calms me, and when I talk to my child, it calms them. Now, she couldn't actually talk to her child right then. But believe it or not, and I full-heartedly believe this, it's probably completely stupid, when the people taking care of other people, whether they're conscious or not, are actually calm and there for them, I feel like that relates to... It relates in some way to how that person feels and how they recover. Sounds stupid? I know. But I've known people who were in a coma, and I full-heartedly believe that. So you'll forgive me for being hopelessly optimistic on that situation. It's basically something I have to believe. And no one's going to tell me otherwise, because that's just who I am. And if she wants to be absolutely paranoid and angry about the situation, I understand too. Despite having preparations in place for some sort of bad situation is part of who we are, and if anybody has any common sense, you should be prepared in case of an emergency for your family. It's actually recommended, so people don't think I'm just a conspiracy theorist, which I am, but just so you don't think I'm a conspiracy theorist, it is actually recommended that you keep emergency supplies at your home. It's recommended by the disaster relief people, Red Cross, all of them. Despite even having those precautions in place, if something crazy were to actually happen, I can't say that most of us, even halfway prepared, would react rationally. I really don't think it would happen. We believe that we would act rationally, but most of us wouldn't. I mean, I'm ready to say I'd probably have a meltdown for at least a couple of days before I got my crap together. I really would. If I'm just being frank. I mean, now I would eventually get my crap together. I wouldn't be melting down every 5 seconds. She might have overplayed that as per her character instructions. But, yeah, I still feel like she was unjustly accused of several things during that, mostly having to do with her interactions with Shane, not having to do with her, well, and her interactions with her son. Keep an eye on him, and 5 minutes later, don't even know where he's at. That is probably the only part of it that ticked me off. But I have to say that's the only thing that actually ticked me off about what happened with her. I can imagine her panicking during that situation when she found out he was a vet. I would be upset, but at the same time, it's just like she did. You have to let it happen either way. And I can't say I wouldn't be angry about him having been shot in the first place. I would be angry. Not that it would make sense, but I would be angry. Mostly angry at myself, to be honest with you, because I'm pretty sure she was supposed to be watching him. Or, no, that was whenever he left with his dad. Yeah, I still would be angry. I've been angrier over less, so I would be lying if I said I wouldn't be angry. That would be a complete and utter lie. I would realize later on that I was not angry for a good reason, but that would take time. What else do I need? Just piddling about, playing around in my boxes, talking philosophically about characters that don't exist, but at the same time, trying to honestly judge how I would probably react in a situation like this. Like, this kind of apocalypse? Horde nights and stuff? Well, Well, first off, the fun pimps, this is not how zombies would react. This is not... Zombies don't get smarter because they died. That's not how that happens. But, well, at least the way we think the zombie virus could possibly happen, they shouldn't get smarter. Shouldn't. You're going to miss Valheim. Well, it's going to be on tomorrow. And, of course, it'll be up on the channel afterwards. I probably won't be in there very long. Wasn't Shane's best friend with Rick. Dude probably was able to make the moves on Rick's girl because she was distraught. Well, first off, I don't... Shane was the perfect patsy for a lot of stuff that happened. He lived through and he got the family through. But that whole thing of he kind of knew in the back of his head that there is even the slightest chance that Rick would have been alive, he should never have made moves. The problem was is he told her that he was absolutely dead. So I kind of, a little bit, blame Rick, blame Shane for that situation. But at the same time, it's the freaking apocalypse. Most of them were just happy they were alive. I can't get angry about that. I can't imagine what that situation would have actually been like. To see bombs drop, to see zombies actually getting up and walking. I play these games all the time, but if I was to actually see one in real life, I have no idea how the hell I would react. Just like I love the hell out of a good ghost movie. I mean, absolutely adore them, but if I was to actually see one in real life, I don't know how I'd react. Would I like to actually try and see one to see how I would react? Yeah, probably. I would probably jump on that chance. But how I would react, I don't know how I would actually react, to be honest with you. She should be plenty angry about her son getting shot, but the situation, you better be grateful for the position you've got. Yeah, you should be grateful. Doesn't mean you can't be grateful and angry at the same time. She did eventually show her being grateful. She really did. But, I mean, it could have been worse. She could have just not found a veteran. She could have just had to wing it with somebody who had no clue about anatomy. But she did eventually show it, but she had to get through her panic first. Everybody's so quick to judge people when they're in these panic scenarios. I would not have done that. Now, mind you, I am not talking about horror stories when the first thing that they do is run up to the top floor while some psycho is chasing after them. That is dumb. I don't care what scenario you're in, and if you're a writer and you use that shtick, you're done too. Pretty sure that probably got me out of any movie contract deal with horror movies I will ever have in the future. But, yeah, that shtick is overdone. But as far as people in a supposed real-life apocalyptic situation, you can't really know how someone's going to react to panic, despair, loss of loved ones, because she was dealing with a whole bunch of that. All of them were. You can't really know how you personally would react. Some people are like, I would be steadfast and I'd take care of everybody and I'd gun down the bad guys, and you might be one of the ones that freeze. You just never know. I mean, some psychological thing could kick in and you just can't operate for a few days, and you're like, you know what? I was not prepared for what I thought I was prepared for. You can't prepare for that. And yeah, she did eventually show her appreciation. That's called character growth. Her full-on panicking and being angry at the situation and not having more control over it, that is genuinely how someone would react as a mom to a situation. A mom and a dad are going to react differently to a child being injured. I know that sounds sexist, and it might be, but it's physiologically a difference between a man and a woman. Science. I do apologize if anybody is offended. I don't care. I'll be honest with you. I would love to say I do care that I offended you, but I don't. So I'll just be honest. It is a physiological difference shown through textbooks. It is a chemical composition that happens in our brain. They do react and feel differently. Period. So that aside, and science aside, as an actor, I have a feeling that most people would probably portray it that way as well. I'm just saying. I would panic as a mom. My child has been sick, injured before. My son broke his arm when he was little. I was upset and angry and looked twice at doctors if they looked like they were not completely there in their head. I'll just be honest with you. I'm skeptical of the whole system. Now, looking at the character of the vet that they used, I think I'd probably trust him. But it would be like a gut instinct. You'd have to know when you met him type of thing, and they don't account for a gut instinct that the person's going to get from that guy. That's not accounted for. They have to go by their scripts. If that's how they wrote the character, then that's how she has to portray it. In that case, the only thing you can do is not blame the actress, blame the writer, and tell them to do better. Laurie's response consisted of mostly panic responses. Yes. As I said, most people didn't like the actor. If you don't like Laurie, Laurie is not the actor. Or actress, or however you want to say that. The character that she portrayed was written poorly. I don't know if it's because 7 Days to Die... Not 7 Days to Die, why did I say that? The Walking Dead was actually off of a comic book. And if you've ever read the comic... First off, I love The Walking Dead, or I did for the first few seasons when they had a storyline. I hated the comics. Absolutely hated them. I'll be honest with you. There wasn't a story. It was zombies, guns, S-E-X, and that was the story. I get it, it's a comic, but I didn't like it. So they had to take it from that to the drama that they brought to the TV. And whoever was responsible for writing Laurie's character sucked. Mainly because they really didn't have much to go on, because Laurie was not supposed to survive as long as she did. And from what I could tell of the comics, she wasn't really given much of a presence. Yeah, during the Second World War, even during D-Day, more than half of the soldiers did not shore their weapons even in the face of enemy. More people freeze than you would think, yeah. Hey, Bam, I'm sorry. I'm just talking, proverbial talking, waiting for stuff to come up. I'm not trying to get all deep and everything. I do apologize, guys. I just got finished with that series. That's the reason why that stuff is fresh in my head. I'd taken acting classes a long time ago now. To me, it doesn't seem like a long time ago, but it's in reality, it's been a long time. And I think of how people portray certain characters and how writers write certain characters and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh god, you didn't do that. But in The Colony, it seems like they fixed it. They really did do a good job. The writers did. They did a good job. I can't say that everything I agreed with and the way they took some of the characters I agreed with. Like, that woman's sister. That character was horribly... what's the word for no dimensions to a character at all? Dimensionless? That's not the phrase I'm looking for. What is that word? They had no dimension. She was a very face value character, and she really didn't add much to the plot, in my opinion. One-dimensional. Yes, non-dimensional. She had no dimensions. Not any at all. One-dimensional character. She had no face value to the plot at all. Other than as a plot point for them to talk about and a place for the main character's children to go whenever it was convenient that they didn't have children, which is very, very irritating that they think that that's okay to do that. You don't suddenly, in the face of all adversity, suddenly not have children because it's convenient. Okay, let's go get Michonne.
Stop staring, asshole.
Stop staring at what? This is completely normal. Somebody put your counters back in.
Well, looky here, boys. We got ourselves a real-life hero.
Okay. See, like, he's one dimension. There's really nothing to learn from this guy. He's a shorter dimension than most, but you know what I mean. What is it with you guys and never wanting to give me digs? Y'all just don't like me. Admit it. Clear zombies?
Well,
sure.
Think of it, I do have
Adam
a
House.
task. What are you
Okay.
standing there for? Don't you have work to do?
Yes, I have work to do. I go get a sledgehammer and smack you on the top of the head. That's what I'm gonna do. And he gave me 1,000 coins for risking my life and going after zombies to fetch him things. I feel like I'm getting the wrong end of the deal here. Oh, Mark Prairie, thank you so much. So, if you hate a character, then the acting might actually be good. Now, you can hate a character. The character can be very, very well written, and you can still absolutely hate it. What's a really bad character that you love to hate? Oh god, what's her name? The perfect one, the chick from Harry Potter. Professor Umbridge. She is perfectly written. Perfectly written. There is nobody, I don't care who you are, that in some way did not hate Professor Umbridge. She was so perfectly written as a bad guy. I know, it's Harry Potter, and most of you are probably too old for Harry Potter, but it came out and I wanted to learn how they built that world and made it realistic enough for somebody to make a movie out of. But Professor Umbridge, she was the perfect bad guy, and the actress played her well too. I mean, even from... I was worried when I read the books that they wouldn't be able to portray her properly. The actress that they brought to it, while the actress, she's beautiful, she's regal, but the way she played her character was spot on. She is such a horrible character, but she was so well done. And the writers did a great job on that one. I've done this building before, daggum it, I should have been... Nah. Alright, well, let's do it. The girl from Twilight, yes. She is stereotypical and old stereotype. And like anybody's gonna fall in love, it's like, I want to have you for dinner. No, I mean, I really want to have you for dinner. Oh, let me fall in love with them. And completely ignore everybody else. And the thing is no offense to the actress, she's a lovely lady. But if you watch her in real life, she did not act that character. That's who she is in real life. That's her mannerisms. That's how she moves. That's how she talks. I saw her in, oh, I don't forget which talk show it was, but the way she moved, the way she interacted with her environment, the way she talked to the host of the show, she acted like Bella. Yeah, Bella. There was no acting there. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger never really acted. He memorized his lines and he portrayed it good, but at the same time, it was always Arnold Schwarzenegger featuring this movie. I'm not saying it wasn't good, because I liked Arnold's stuff. I really, really do. But at the same time, he was never not Arnold. I don't think the one that played Bella was ever not Bella. Oh, the bodies. Umbridge is utterly despicable. Yes. See, you guys agree. She is a great bad guy. I don't think there's anybody... I don't know how she managed it precisely, but it was written in the book very well. It was written for the movie very well, and it was portrayed beautifully to the point to where you hate that character, and it was so great. It sounds weird, but it's true. I'm gonna wind up going through you and hitting that box, so let's go out here. Yes? Can I help you? Ah. Ah. Steven Seagal? Yeah. It was always Steven Seagal. Every single character he played was the exact same, basically. Okay, now how did you get up here precisely? Were you asleep on top of these boxes? Let me scrap and toss. I guess I need to keep that and that. Sure, why not? Not hearing any spiders, and this house definitely has spiders, so I don't know where they're hiding them. I really don't want that. Wakey wakey! Hello? Kristen Stewart is capable of good acting, it just wasn't expected for her role in Bella. That's true, that's true. They may have chose her for Bella just because the character was so close to the actress. Excuse me, ma'am. Don't do that. I mean, it could quite possibly be the reason she was cast for that. It didn't require as much acting since she kind of already had most of what they were looking for. A tough zombie, and he's just sputtering all over the place. Dude, calm down. Okay, he's in there riding the toilet, I think. Cowboy, I must ask you, you cannot ride with alcohol in your system, and you definitely look like you had some alcohol in your system. I say as I dig through a toilet, because yes, that makes me sane. Scrap that. Nicolas Cage? I disagree about Nicolas Cage. Now, true, he's kind of been typecast. As a matter of fact, most actors do wind up getting typecast, like, who else? Bruce Willis, typecasted. Basically, after you find your niche, people kind of expect that of you. But the same thing could be said for, I don't know, YouTube channels, too. Once you find your niche, you kind of stick with it, otherwise you lose people watching. Not as many people watch for the person playing as they do for the game that they're playing. So, in that regard, a lot of people get typecasted. I mean, if they're good at action, then they're good at action. If they're good at scary movies, then they're kind of typed as a scary movie type of person. Jim Carrey. Not really sure where his brain went these last few years, but he was definitely typecasted for a long time. Like he's done like one movie that was supposed to be scary, and then it was kind of cheesy scary. Kinda. And then he did a couple of serious ones, but then he kind of lost touch. And then lost his mind a little bit. Just saying. Anything else? So, don't know what happened there. Now you started watching for 7 days and now you watch for the community. Thank you. Jim Carrey tried not to be typecasted, but it's difficult when the dude is inherently goofy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, what was it? The Truman Show was supposed to be more or less a serious thing, because it's actually kind of scary that something like that could possibly happen. It's kind of creepy as well. And you would figure that should be a very serious and taken very serious kind of thing. Almost like a conspiracy thing, but it still kind of turned out a bit on the goofy side. And what was the name of the movie that he did that was supposed to be scary? It wasn't Cable Guy. Cable Guy, I think, was supposed to be funny, but I'm not really sure. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure if it was meant to be scary, and it just did not turn out that way at all. I don't remember. It has been so long. I don't know. The guy that played Sawyer from Lost, he seems to have been typecasted because he was in Lost. Then he played in Love. What was the name of that movie where he had the implant? It had like one season and then they shut it down. And now he's in this, and it's a similar type of character, so could be happening there too. Hello? I'm worried you've got everybody upstairs again. Dadgummit. The number 23 was supposed to be the scary one? Tom Hanks has played somewhat varied roles. Yeah, he's played a lot of different types of roles, but no, I don't think he was ever cast as an evil character. I don't know if I need to read that one or not. At least I don't recall him ever playing any... No, I'm pretty sure he didn't play any type of evil character. It was always... I don't recall him playing any character that wasn't wholesome in some way. He just kind of had that face. Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Love those. Honestly, I do not know how that dude did it with the whole chairs and the splits and the... Oh my god. That hurt to watch him do that. I mean, seriously, it hurt. But it was still so freaking awesome. Cage was pretty awful in Ghost Rider. He was awful in Ghost Rider and The Wicker Man. But The Wicker Man, total. The whole movie absolutely sucked. Absolutely. I mean, by the end of it, I was actually angry that he accepted that job. It was like he personally injured my brain. I just cannot forgive him for that one. But like Face Off, that was a good one. Hold on, my brain just went blank. The one where they stole the document. No, I'll remember it in a few minutes and feel stupid for not being able to remember it. That was a good one. This is gonna wake everybody up. How did that not wake anybody up? They're doing a face-off too? I don't know if that's a good idea. LOL, you have that face. Come act as a character. But is that the fault of the actor? No, it's absolutely not. It is absolutely not. Actually, it's probably a good thing for a lot of actors. I get as an actor ages and they've played a role so many times, they probably want to stretch their legs and try something new. But if you find your niche, sometimes you gotta kind of just be happy it happened. For some people, they never find that. Let's wake everybody up. And they just get cast out, you know? They never actually get that opportunity. Okay, why? Oh, why? Did none of you wake up? I clicked. Just used up all of my stuff. There's talk of Ghost Rider recast with Keanu Reeves. I'm not sure, but that could work, but Keanu Reeves got kind of tight cast for a long time too. Ooh, no. Vic, you are not funny. No. I'm making sure it's not moving. The whole Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, way back in the day. Dude. I don't think he ever quite outgrew that either. Like Pauly Shore back in the day. Don't think he could ever play a different type of character. God, some of those actors were so good and you haven't heard from them in so daggone long. Okay, there's gonna be some people's back here. Right? Is that fire? I think so. Nope, move, dude. Stop catching his bullets. Okay, he's dead. Speaking of finding your niche, Chris Hemsworth seems to have embraced it being Thor. hey, if it works, it works. I mean, but I guess if I was an actor and somehow or another I got typecasted into something I didn't actually enjoy, I could see how that would bother me. Like if somehow or another I did a one-off on the channel, just like a one random game something or another that I really didn't care for, but for some reason or another got an obscene amount of views, I would feel the need to have to play that again. But if I got stuck playing it all the time, I would probably be miserable. So, I don't know. That's a two-sided coin whenever it comes to acting, because it takes so long to produce a movie. And then if you get stuck in like the same kind of character every single time and you never get away from it, I can imagine how some of the actors might have an issue with it. But if you happen to find a niche that you're good at, and, you know, that likes you, then dadgummit, don't ask questions. Just be happy that it happened, because some people go through their entire lives never finding the place that, that they're good at, that they feel comfortable at. Heck, some of us are still looking for a place to be comfortable, you know what I mean? I think most of us can relate to that in some way. Okay, well, we did the mission. We are good. Let's go. I go stand over Rect and demonstrate our superiority, the fact that we have the ability to go do these on a motorcycle, because he's just kind of stuck on the floor. Poor dude's been kind of glued to the spot since he started. All of the traders really, deep down, they really want to go do all these things. Just some evil zombie glued their feet to the floor, and now they're stuck and can't help the world, so they just send out other people. That's my working theory.
Watch your back. I think you're pretty smart now, don't you?
Don't tell me to watch my back after I made that assumption. Am I close to the truth there? Did that hurt a little bit? I think I might have hurt his feelings. Maybe. Sell that one, sell that one, sell that. That's actually a really good pickaxe. I'll hold on to that. I'll sell that. I don't really need the brass so much. Why are you saying you had no ammo? Did I have it on the wrong thing again? Probably. And I need that mod.
Guarantee, huh? Well, maybe you should try Shamway.
Huh? You're funny. Hilarious, dude. Tell me that joke again. Gotta make him feel nice, guys. He's very depressed. He's just not telling us. I don't have enough room for it. Yep, for some reason I was on the wrong type of ammo. Okay. No weapons in the house. Lots of us get stuck in a rut without ever finding our niche. Exactly. And some of us have no choice to get stuck in a rut, you know? You just kind of get put into a job you're good at, but not necessarily have a passion for and stuff. I'll be honest with you, I was that way for a long time. And it's you guys that helped me get out of it. I didn't think it was gonna happen. You guys did that. Okay, I need to upgrade these. I'm bound to have more mods than that, right? Maybe? Mods. Which ones you currently rocking? Which one is this one? The bunker buster, so I need the iron? Okay, you're on your real phone now. At least it's easier to pick you out of a lineup. Daggum. Welcome back on your phone. Jen is your favorite character, not because of her assets, because she's actually polite and friendly, unlike most of the other traders. Exactly. Yes, and Ract has definitely got an attitude. I really wish they would rewrite him. I mean, I get it if they don't want to change the voice because of a reason in particular, like it's a particular person that was important to a development team or something. I would kind of understand that, but at the same time, if you want to give this kind of an attitude to somebody, the talks that they're having about the eventual storyline that we may or may not have in the game, they need to give this attitude to somebody else. It doesn't fit somebody you would actually want to go and get jobs from. You just be more likely to go into his shop and shoot him and take his stuff, not go do jobs for him. Especially when there's options. You can go to another trader and get missions. I put away my ammo. I do not have it locked in. Get out of that spot. It's not yours. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got to stop carrying so much crap around. I say, and it's not going to happen. I'm going to keep carrying this much crap around. And butchering tools. That's not it. Yeah, I can read one more. Nope. Okay. There we go. Now, eventually, if I decide I want to learn it, it's there. Let's see. I got a couple of dyes. I'll hold on to the pink dyes for right now. Really need to try and learn the pattern between my trader and a couple of other traders, or get a gyro or something, because half the stuff that I try to sell to him, somebody else has already sold, so we definitely need access to more traders. I got stuck. Okay, now that we have raided stuff, shot some zombies, whetted our appetite for that, we're gonna go focus on the garden. I am so sorry, I keep stepping on you. Everybody here is just so... down to earth. Alright, if you guys are just joining, welcome. Just cozy in, find yourself something cool to drink or warm to drink, depending on which part of the planet you're on. And we are chit-chatting about movies, basically, just for no other reason, and acting stuff. I don't know why. Because I finished a series. I know how this started. It's my fault. I do apologize. I'm hungry! I just chew on the yucca tree. It calls this a yucca plant. How is this not a tree? I haven't actually lived in the desert. It's one of the few places I haven't lived. I'm missing a couple of potatoes. I think they're shooting my potatoes. I mean, they already took out the stairs. There's a difference between down to earth and face in the mud. Yes, that is true. That is very, very true. Oh yeah, just in case you did not know, we will be live streaming again this evening after Vam gets home. And we get all set up. So I will be ending off here in about 10-ish minutes, which is the reason why I'm gardening right now. So I can eat something really quick and then get him set up, because we ran into complications last time and I just want to be sure we're not going to have those same complications this time. For some reason, his Steam does not recognize me. No clue what happened there. You know, we're friends, but apparently not friends in Steam. No clue. And I have had so many requests for Bam to actually get his own Twitch for him to do this stuff. And just as soon as he learns to do it on his own, I'll probably be able to set that up for him, but he's gonna have to figure out how to do that on his own, because I can't manage that much stuff by myself. If he opts to do that. I probably don't need those. Okay, now the trees. Looks like this one was shot recently, so I'm not gonna get anything. That is the wrong one! Who faces a tree and thinks, ah, shovel will work? Dang. I mean, I'm not gonna say it wasn't effective, but still, the right tool for the right job. Yes, and the apple juice. Yes, he's bringing me some juice. So, what time have we planned on started? 6 or 6:30? Bam, is the time we're going to be trying to start those. Last time we did it at 6:30 because I was kind of late getting off of here. But I had an or there. You can't say that will do. You gotta tell me which one of the or we're talking about here. 6 or 6:30. Would you, Liz, and your daughter ever try to do a stream together? Patrick, thank you! I appreciate that super chat, I do. Very, very much. The only issue is, in order for my daughter to actually join in, we'd have to have yet another computer, and that's probably not in the works for a good long time. Not to mention, Tigress would have to learn how to play the game. She knows enough to move the stuff around and kind of what buttons you have to hit on a computer to get a character to do stuff, but she's never actually played the game. And she's not very interested in zombies, per se. Uh, 6:30? Okay. At 6:30 we'll get that stream going again. And also, if I put enough distance in between the two streams, it should actually send out the notification properly, but if there's not enough time, it won't send out the notification for the next stream right. Alright, Sparrow, you have a good night. She played it pretty good, better than Bam? Oh no. Oh no. Well, in fairness, Tigress is a gamer. She plays a lot of games. It's just usually on the PlayStation, so she kind of gets the concept of the game. And Bam is not exactly what you would call a gamer per se. He did occasionally pick them up, but not necessarily in the same thing. See, why you gotta remember it? You got the notification after you were already watching. See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. The notifications don't go up properly. I actually had a video that I put up, and as soon as I turned the monetization stuff, all the things on, it's like, you cannot monetize this, and I'm like, but why? So I sent in for a review, and after a whole day of the video being up, it was like, hey, you can monetize this now, and I'm like, but everybody has already watched it! Why do you do this to me, YouTube? There's some things on YouTube that still need to be fixed, you know? They've been at it for a while, but I guess they're still working on stuff and things. I should eat. Not out of there. All that stuff is raw. Just play it on her phone. Oh good lord, could you imagine if 7 Days to Die was actually a phone game? Oh god, don't give them that idea. Could you imagine how much it would actually tie up your phone? They'd have to make it to where you couldn't... Yeah, they can make it where it's building, because Minecraft can do the building, but I think they would definitely have to take off the terrain changing, really. I don't know. I think it would be possible. Obviously, wouldn't have the same type of graphics. They could probably do it. You'd play it all the time, yeah. Hey, we made it up. Fun Pimps, it's our idea. Me and everybody who is in the stream right now are copyrighting the idea. You have to get rights from us in order to produce your own phone game. Somebody write down the date, and if they announce this later on, we are so getting in on the action. They have COD Mobile now, yeah, that's true. Okie dokie, we got like 4 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna park my character inside. 3 mastery book and stuff. What kind of mastery? Survivalist. Cool. I'm gonna park my character in here so I can keep up with chat for just a couple more minutes before we shut down so I can get everything set up for later. And like I said, I know most of you probably won't watch it because you're not at all interested, but Valheim will be the live stream for tomorrow, and this time it is modded. So if you're not interested in a Valheim that's modded, then don't worry about it, but that's the changes that are going on for tomorrow, is we're going to be back in Valheim. Sorry, I was starting a fund to get Tigers a gaming PC. No, because Tigers has more money than anybody else in this house. No. If she wants a gaming PC, she can save her own monies for it. Now, if she starts putting together her money and saying, this is going to go towards me a gaming PC because I'm serious about wanting to do it, then I will help, and I would definitely ask if anybody else wants to help. But she has to do the first step. I'm not doing it for her. I already gave her the steps to join the channel and stuff like that, and she pulled away from that, and I'm not pressuring her. If she's gonna be on here, or if she's gonna do gaming on computer or something like that, she has to take the first step. She is 21 after all. I can't do it for her. That's her decision. It was so on Valheim, then your friend brought us all in it, so now I'm playing and interested. Well, I can tell you right now, Valheim is better modded. It just really is for some reason, and I still don't, to this day, understand how a developer can sit down and say, we are going to put together a game that is survival, and we're going to add building into it, but we're only going to make it to where if you build, it's just going to be small stuff. That's all they're going to do, and then they're going to do this. It's like, developer, stop. If there's building it, they will come. They're going to build it, and they're going to build it big, because that's what they do. Minecraft, one of the first, I would say one of the first, biggest building things. People have spent years on maps, building cities, building kingdoms. But every single time a game comes out with a build feature, they're like, we really don't expect them to build very much. What sauce are you drinking? No, that sounded Irish. Basically, if you put building in there, somebody's going to get the idea to build big, and they're going to want to. Especially if the game is even remotely interesting, they're going to build. Valheim was one of those games. They expected you to build tiny little camps at each ever section, and I do apologize for my voice. They expected you to build in each section, mine the things that you had, and go after the boss. They never expected people to want to build big things, which is one of the reasons why they took the ability to move the ores through the portals, is to force the player to be nomadic to these different areas and do all of their stuff and things. They didn't account for the people who like to just build. I mean, yeah, they'll eventually go and kill the boss, but they want to build, and they don't want to grind to build. That's what mods are for, and it's absolutely an absolute sad state of affairs when people have to look into mods just to pause the damn game. Valheim, what did you do? I'm just saying. What did you do? Anyway, like I said, it is absolutely better modded. So I'm just going to tell you guys that. We probably will do like an hour stream tomorrow just to show you where I'm at, what I've done. I'm nowhere near the next boss, but I've tested my toes just the teensiest bit into the swamp. So we're going to try and go into the swamp and attempt to find our first dungeon type of thing or something. That's basically what we're going to do, and probably spend the rest of the stream doing a little bit more building because I need to tear down. I've already torn down my original area, but I actually need to build my house kind of again, so I would like to be able to stream that. Yeah, that's why it's so important to be a pro modding in gaming. Exactly. And there's a lot of developers who are not pro modding. Apparently, the fun pimps, for some reason or another, don't really care for modders. At least that's what I've heard, and I'm like, every single game out there should absolutely love their modding community. The only reason a game like Skyrim even exists nowadays, after this long of being out, is because the modders exist. The game is great, but you need more content, and that's what modders bring to a game. And mostly, they do it for the love of the game. What's better than that? Alright guys, we have already passed over the hour mark. I do appreciate you being here. We will be starting up at 6:30 later on this evening. I will send out a notification in both Discords, assuming I remember, because I'll be honest with you guys, my memory sucks really bad. Sometimes. And other times I can't forget things. That's just the way my brain works. I don't control it. There's no tab. There's no trash can to put things in. It's just my brain auto-files things for me. And I never know what it's going to throw out. So, if I remember to, maybe Bam can remind me to. Okay. Alright. I'll see you guys later. You have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, and you stay shiny. Bye!